Okay, Sunday, 17th of November, 2024. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Study Sunday. Be more. Conspiracy theories are largely stupid, but very important. First Amendment and marketplace of ideas. So, there's all kinds of conspiracy theories out there. Talk about all kinds of stuff. I remember something about Australia not existing. Very interesting. There's a great claim, there's a great concept in logic that talks about extraordinary claims need extraordinary evidence. Things that will break your whole view of reality need evidence of mounting, of compelling proportions to justify that change in perception, change in belief. Makes sense. Okay, fine. So there's all kinds of claims out there, all kinds of ideas, who knows what. This and that and that. Fair enough. Now, what I've subtly noticed is that a lot of them will have one or two kind of problems. Just interesting observation. The right idea, but the wrong methodology, or the right idea, wrong methodology, or the right premise, wrong methodology, wrong premise, right methodology. The starting point and how they get to it. Okay, fine, whatever, just interesting observation. But they are extremely important for two reasons. First Amendment, able to speak your thoughts, share your thoughts, and talk about what you believe in. That's very important. Because that leads into the second idea, marketplace of ideas. Letting ideas stand on their own merit, on their own fruition, on their own value, being judged on it, and being discarded through time, new discoveries, general conception, perception, you name it. Letting the idea, the concept, the statement, the declaration, the theory, stand on its own merit. Letting it stand for itself as opposed to being censored, as opposed to being denied, as opposed to being suffocated, so to speak. Because the general idea goes that, well, if the idea, this concept, this theory, this declaration, this statement, this premise, whatever, was true, was accurate, then it would be censored. If it wasn't, no one cares. Let it proliferate. Yeah, whatever, because it's a fake idea anyway. It'd be like saying, oh, if I have this thing and this book, if I drop it and let go of it, it's going to go up. No one's going to care if I advocate that, and it's going to go up into the ceiling, into the sky, as opposed to down onto gravity. No one's going to advocate. No one's going to censor that idea because that idea it's a dead end. It means nothing. It's valueless. That idea, that thought, that theory, that concept, declaration, premise, you name it. But the ideas that are worthwhile, that are accurate, that are challenging, that are scary, whatever else, that are persistent, that have lasted the test of time. Those are the dangerous ones because they're accurate. They work. It's self-evident. We wouldn't be talking about it decades and centuries, years, decades, even centuries later, even millennia later, this idea, if it wasn't true. That's important. So we need freedom of speech to discover what is true or not by exploring, theorizing, talking, socializing, spreading ideas, you name it, marketplace of ideas, thus letting things stand on their own merit, meaning this premise that I have, or if I drop this book, it's going to go down, not up. That. And that's why it's important to have people out there in the world having different ideas, radical ideas, nonsensical ideas, simple ideas, subtle ideas, smart ideas, you name it. Because everything we take for granted today would have been a profound idea, even as simple as the concept of a chair, the concept of a wheel, the concept of a window, thousands of years ago, would have been a radical idea from sitting on a tree trunk or sitting on the floor. Things like that. Or even the earth, the sun revolves around the earth, all that kind of stuff, or earth around the sun, all that kind of stuff. The heliocentric idea, that these ideas, this freedom of speech is needed in all its glory. Good, bad, ugly, crazy, not important. And then the idea has to stand on its own merit. Does it hold up to science, to ideas, to fact, to logic, to maths, to whatever else, to reality, to observable reality? Whether empiricist or rationalist is, well, I'd say empiricist more. Does it hold up to empirical evidence, the data, the maths, the numbers? Yes, no, maybe. That. And to have a third party, or third parties, dictating what we can and can't hear is dangerous at least, and suffocating at best. Because then we are denied, you risk being denied ideas that could change your life for the better. This concept, this idea over here, because we are one idea away from changing our life for the better, we just don't know which one. And if all these ideas are shut off, we're being implicitly denied. And those voices themselves, those people who come up with those ideas, are being denied themselves the ability to articulate their thoughts. Freedom of speech, First Amendment rights. Very important, very important. So they're largely stupid. Wrong or right premise, wrong or right methodology, but the fact they're able to speak and think is very important. And go one step further to articulate it, share it with the world. Because it's okay to have an idea here. In general, I wonder if, and that doesn't... Fair enough, half the battle. Other side of the battle, or the other half, is advocating, talking about it, sharing with it, proliferating those ideas into the world. Very important. And let the idea stand on its own merit. Let people judge for themselves. That's powerful. Very, very powerful. Because that implies a certain level of responsibility on the individual to take something, face value or not, and to think about it deeply. It's a hell of a responsibility, really, but it's very empowering. Well, that's a whole other conversation. But this idea is important. The conspiracy theories are largely stupid, let's say, for whatever reason, premise or methodology, but vital. Vital for the health of society, community, world, people. Vital. Very, very vital. Letting the ideas stand on their own merit. Letting people judge whether it's worthwhile or not. Powerful, powerful stuff. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.